Good evening, you Dallas fans and everybody else. This is Mr. Morales. Today we're going to be talking about monomial square roots. Monomial square roots. And these are perfect square roots, which it makes it a little bit easier. The next video we'll talk about non-perfect square roots. So let's simplify the following square roots. Before we dealt with numbers, like 4, and we found a perfect square of 4 was 2, or the square root of 4 was 2, because 2 times 2 is 4. Here we're dealing with variables, and with variables we're dealing with their exponents. And one way you can look at it is you can separate these variables. So for example, I could take x squared and I could separate it as x times x. X times x gives me 2 x's, and I'm looking for a set of 2's, and there's one set of 2 x's. So because of that, this can be represented by an x on the outside, and that would eliminate that. So here, the square root of x squared is just x. So let's take a look at another one. Here, we have the square root of m to the 6. So this means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 m's, all under the square root symbol. Well, let's see how many sets of 2 m's do we have. I have 1, 2, 3. So I can represent this by, on the outside, m to the 3rd power, meaning I have 3 sets of 2 m's. So my answer here is m to the 3rd power. Let's try another one. Now, notice I have 9k squared. We're dealing with the square root of 9, then we got to deal with the square root of k squared. Well, we know that the square root of 9 is 3. So on the outside, actually let's do it this way. It's almost the same concept. 3 times 3, and then I have k times k. So we know that's one set of 3's. That can be represented out here. And we have a set of k's. That can be represented out here. So that's gone, that's gone. Now I have 3k. So your answer for the square root of 9k squared is 3k. Well, this is number 5 on your worksheet. The square root of 100, x squared, y squared. I know the square root of 100 is 10. So on the outside, I'm going to have 10. And again, this looks like this. There's my set of 10's. X squared has 2 of them, so I have 1 set. And then I have 2 y's. So I have 1 set of y's. So my answer here is 10xy. Number 6, and this is actually our last one. So let's look. The square root of 49 is 7. So I have 7 times 7. I have 1 set of 7's. A squared, that means I have 2 a's. That's 1 set of a's. I have 6 b's, so I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means I have 1, 2, 3 sets of b's. So that would be b to the 3rd power. Now let's look at the c's. C times c. I have 4 c's. And you can do it this way. I have 2 groups with 2 c's. So this would be c squared. I hope this video has been helpful as we're dealing with the square root of monomial expressions. Again, with the numbers, you deal with the perfect squares, and in the variables, we're looking for sets of 2's. Have a great day, and I encourage you to do the rest of the worksheet for simplifying monomial square roots, and be ready to go over it in class. Have a great night.